Today we talking kicks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Thoughts for the Soul podcast. Yo, 2025, right? I mean, we all have our definition and we all have our thoughts on it. Like, this year has been a year. I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for myself. The the year started with a plot twist. It started with a plot twist, right? Um, and it's been a roller coaster, but I can't sit up here and lie and say the first 6 months of this year have not been amazing. Hit a bit of turbulence in the 6 month, but that's life. You know what I'm saying? So this year, man, I hope that you have been doing well. I know the unemployment numbers are raising, and if you yourself happens to be in it, praying for you for sure. Um, Freelancers, praying for y'all for sure. Entrepreneurs, praying for y'all for sure. Cause it's a different type of battle. But even the people that are doing their 9 to 5 thing, doing their corporate life, praying for y'all because that's a different set of pressures and tension. It's just the whole country, man, this whole nation, like the world, like it's so much shit going on. It's not even funny, right? And I just, I just want us to all be alright. I want us to all make it through. Uh, I'm struggling with words right now just cause life been kicking my ass. Like life has been kicking my ass recently. Like for real. Life has been kicking life been throwing uppercuts, jabs, hooks, like just whooping up on me. But I'm grateful to God for it still. I'm grateful to God for life. I'm grateful to God just for the blessings that I can't see. I'm grateful to God for the blessings that I do see. I'm grateful to God for the blessings that are falling upon those that I love and care for. Like that's how I find my manner each day, just being blessed, being a blessing, and seeing the blessings that others around me are receiving. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I've been getting through. Cause if it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for the perspective of gratitude, the spirit of gratitude, and just being grateful on this walk, yeah, I would have fell out a long time ago. And that's me being trying to be one of the strongest people ever. Like I would have fell out a long time ago. I've been stripped of a lot of stuff, right? Like in this time period, mindset shifts. Um, yeah, it's just been a lot going on. But I say all that to say, keep going. Every day is a new day. Every day you have the opportunity and the chance to do what you need to do to make your life better and those around you better. And so to keep from rambling, today I want to dive into my favorite kicks from the first half of this year. I've been sitting on this list for a while. It's changed a little bit, a tad bit, but each time I did it, there's just certain shoes that just kept, coming back to it. But before we get into that, I want to talk about a moment in the community that helped me, and it happened just last week. So just last week, we I was commissioned to photograph and document an Adidas Cornerstone Community activation in conjunction with Lee Barron, 82 Purple, and head of that, Chris and Femi. They brought me on to document that, and we hosted the Boys and Girls Club out there, and man, like I remember being the age of some of these kids and going through some of the same horrible things, but not being able to articulate it. the way that these children, particularly it was these young black girls, man, they got still to this day, almost a week ago now, like they got me. Like the way that they articulated what they were feeling, what they were going through, the emotional intelligence that they possessed. It took me back. It took me aback. Like it just, first of all, I appreciated them sharing that, right? What they were going through with their home and their family dynamic, and you know, ailing family, and not knowing what the future was holding, and all the loss that they had suffered. And then just the way that they were still able to say, but I'm grateful for this, but I'm grateful for that. And I was just like, wow, it broke me down. It broke me down. I'm glad that it came towards near the end of it, because I probably wouldn't have been no more good. Like it broke me down. And I was just like, dang, dog, like here go these young girls, barely teenagers, if teenagers, talking about the hardships of their life. And they're going through stuff that would break a lot of children, right? And they're still able to process it, analyze it, and recognize that there are still things to be grateful for in life. Yo, I I was just like, all right, like let me shut up and just get to it. Like let me just shut up and get to it. And when I say get to it, like I realize in life I've always tried to put this band-aid over things by working harder. And working harder is not the answer to every fucking thing in life. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's not. Like, I work so fucking hard, it ain't even funny. Like, I work hard, and I could work harder. And I do work harder. I do have moments and times of working harder. But I grew up thinking, like, working harder was the Band-Aid and the solution to everything, and it's not, dog. And so, like, when I say let me get to it, like, let me get to it thinking about stuff in a different way. And regardless of the hardships of the trials and the tribulations, being grateful, just being grateful. And that doesn't mean that I'm not going to complain sometime. That don't mean I'm not going to have things that I gripe about. But even after that, coming back to being grateful, coming back to gratitude. So, man, I was grateful for that moment. That was a true moment of community. To hear those young girls and those young boys talk about the things that they were going through in life. It was a therapy session pretty much. And how they're coping with it, how they're feeling right now, the outlook they have towards the future, and just being grateful for the space that was provided by Adidas, by Lee Barron, by Femi and his therapy session. It was just a beautiful thing to partake in. I needed the therapy more than the opportunity to document it, and so I was grateful for that, man. And I just, yeah, shout out to what Lee Barron has been doing and hosting. I've been fortunate enough to document and work with them on 2 different occasions this year, and the community shows up for them in Huntsville. If you don't know where Huntsville is, again, I'm in Houston. Huntsville is like an hour and 15 out. Country, small town, college town. But, you know, my grandfather, he's from Huntsville. My grandfather's family is from Huntsville. And so I have roots out there in Huntsville. And, you know, it's just interesting how life has happened for me in my journey to be out there so much. I've been in Huntsville so much the last 2 years. It's not even funny. So, like, it's just interesting how life happens for you to get back to your roots and you to get back to what, you know, what to get to where you should be. And so, yeah, shout out to them. They made some T-shirts, some dope T-shirts, and it was some art shared by Mr. G from out here in the H, and they were able to receive some fresh I think they were Superstars or maybe Superstar 2s. But whatever they were clean. They were very clean. I wanted a pair. But it was for the kids. So, that was dope. That was dope to take part in last week. And so yeah, speaking of kicks, I want to run down my favorite kicks from this year that I've been able to pick up this year. Because there are some that there's one pair in particular that I wanted that I wasn't able to grab. Which, looking back at it now, it would have been probably crazy to spend that much money on that shoe. But I wanted it. You know what I'm saying? And look, don't judge me for the boxes behind me being, you know what I'm saying, leaning. We holding it together over here. You know what I'm saying? So I need to get some drop fronts, but at this time that's an investment I'm not willing to make. So I didn't straighten these shoes up so much because they so big and heavy, they be leaning. And I do it, whatever, and I look when I set up in there, I was like, nah, it's gonna be what it is today. Like, I ain't tripping. So the first shoe I want to get into that is one of my favorite shoes for this first half of the year, the I'm on my year Air Force One, for the love. And it's a different colorway. There's been 3 colorways that dropped now. It was the first pair that came out last year, kind of like that salmon pair. Then you had this black pair that I just showed, and it was a white pair that dropped last Friday, I think. And so, man, the comfort on these shoes. So we already ways know I'm on my year has premium materials, right? It's always premium materials. The story is gonna always be deep in blackness, right? Or just showcasing another part of blackness, right? And so those are always there. But the main reason I love this shoe is because of the comfort. This is one of the most comfortable shoes, Air Force One, whatever, that I've put on in a while. Like that, this is a shoe I could put on and wear all day, and just be cool with it. Like, not worry about, like, man, I gotta get home by a certain time because my pinky toe is killing me. Like, this is a shoe that I could wear all day and be cool with it. And so that was one of my favorite pickups, just because of not, like, again, the story cool, the color cool, the shoe silhouette cool, but the practicality, the utility of it, like, it's just a comfortable shoe. Like, the materials are just premium. All right, so next up we have the Union Jordan 1. So the Union, man, the Union Jordan 1 that dropped this year, the Chicago Shadows, the whatever you want to call them, it's one of my favorite shoes to drop this year. So much so I haven't worn it yet, and I need to get out. I do that. I'm a collector's collector. Like, I remember when the '09 Space Jams dropped, I sat on those shoes for a year before I wore them, just because I didn't want to wear them where everybody else wore them. So I just chilled, whatever. But that shoe, man, the shoe itself is beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, when the first 2 pairs came out years ago, I wasn't really crazy about that shoe. About those shoes. Everybody was going. I maybe it was because I guess I just didn't get it. I was just into regular Jordans, like collabs and all that, like mashups and all that. Like, the design language on that shoe, it didn't do much for me. I was just into things that didn't really stray away from the original mold, right? And so that shoe, when it first came out, I wasn't even crazy about it. But then, like, when I saw them in person the first time, I was like, oh damn, I was tripping. Cause that's another thing. I like to see shoes in person. And I was like, oh damn, I was kind of tripping. I should have tried for them. And then resale was up there, but it wasn't horrible. For that time it was like, but looking back, hindsight, like it wasn't crazy resale for that shoe. And so I could have got it and been good with it, but I ended up just passing on them altogether. And so fast forward, they came out with the Jordan 1 with the woven a few years ago. Loved that shoe. I wasn't tripping on that one. That one was easier to grab because people didn't really care for it. But I loved that shoe. I still love that shoe. And so when this one came out, I was like, man, I gotta get it. And what makes it that much more sentimental to me is because had I not been in San Francisco for All Star Weekend, I wouldn't have had a shoe. Like, didn't get exclusive access, didn't hit on the raffles, didn't none of that. Like none of the above, none of that happened for me. And so being in San Francisco, meeting Chris, um, being at the Union activation out there for NBA All Star Weekend, it added to the shoe and to the value it has for me in my collection. Like it took it from just being a shoe I really liked and I really wanted and I coveted to like one of those shoes that's just it's gonna be in my collection. Like it's here, And so that one was one of them ones this year that was just like, damn, dog, I can't believe that I got the chance to get this shoe and the way that I was able to get it. Shout out to Danielle, shout out to Fred that helped me to get into that activation in San Francisco to be able to take in late night with Union. And I just want to add this in there, disclaimer, like it's not a ranking. I have two stacks of shoes, one on my right side, one on my left side. I just put them as I was going through everything here. Like, yeah, what really stood out to me that I got this year. So this is not a ranking. I'm not going in order. It's just off the dome. As I look to the stack, what shoe that I pulled that I'm like, yeah, this shoe means something to me. So, of course, the brick by brick Air Jordan 4, Nigel Sylvester, Air Jordan 4 made this list. So, I mean, it's been a lot of content, a lot of every talk, a lot of videos, a lot of sneaker of the year lists, champion the Nigel Sylvester brick by brick Jordan 4, and for good reason. The marketing, the rollout for this shoe was just phenomenal, right? Very, 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 very good rollout. Nigel knows how to tell a story. He knows how to tell his story and make it land and connect with the audience. Even if you're not into BMX or any, like, it don't matter. Like it connects with you, right? And so that shoe, man, is just not even getting into the details of it yet. Just the story itself, the rollout, the marketing, the build up, man, it hit all of the notes. It checked every box. It just hit every note for what you want a collaborative shoe to be, for what you want a good shoe to be, for what you want a partnership to be, for what you want a story, high quality, for what you want a story to be. And it was just, man, like the shoe is just very good. It is one of the shoes that should be in discussion so far throughout the first half of this year for sneaker of the year. I have another shoe that is kind of up there for me too, but it is one of them ones. And then get into the quality. The color, beautiful. The quality, beautiful. The comfort, the fit, the feel, beautiful. Shout out to Frank and everybody that worked on the shoe, man. And it was it was it is a very, very, very good shoe, and one I was glad to be able to get, and I was grateful to be able to help with some of the creative direction and also document the activation that Lee Barron had for that earlier this year for that shoe. It was one of my favorite ones to see that happen across the country as the shoe was released. Um, it was just a very good moment this year. It was a very good moment this year, truly. Speaking of marketing and rolling out, right, and build up, right. I will be remiss to not mention in that the 85 high breads. Man, so I know this shoe pissed a lot of people off, and rightfully so. The numbers were lower, very low. Um, really didn't have the release details until right before release, and yeah, it was just one of those shoes that was very difficult to get. I mean, it even had me sweating, like, cause you just never know. Shit change up. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff can fall through. Allocation might not be, shipments might not be, raffles might not go through. You just never know what will happen. You know what I'm saying when it comes to these shoes. So of course, very grateful I was able to grab a pair of them, and it's just it kind of changed my perspective on shoes, like on Jordan ones. Like when I first started collecting, Jordan ones were I had probably like 100 and some pairs of Jordan ones. Like Jordan ones were the number one silhouette in my collection, hands down. I got rid of like most of that. The first version of my collection, I got rid of it, and so doing that, it went from being the most in my collection to Jordan ones probably being the least in my collection. And it's just I don't know. I kind of like grew out of them. I kind of like got away from Jordan ones or whatever. But now that I look at it, like I want every 85 high. I'ma just forget all what I'm saying. Just I want every 85 high. Um, I want the 85 lows, but I want the 85 highs, and I hope that Nike continues to roll them out because I don't want any other version. If it's a collab, cool. If it's a collab, I'll take a look at it. If it's a really clean, regular high or low, cool. But I just want all the 85. If I can get every 85 high, I'll be happy. And I'm going to be for real. Predominantly, if I can get every 85 high, that is the Chicago, that is the Royal, that is the Shadow. The Black Toe is probably number one for me. No lie. That is the UNC. That is the white purple, metallic purple. That is the white gold, white orange, white green, and the white, and we got the burgundy, but the metallic red, I'll be happy, and I'll be chill. You know what I'm saying? And so that it kind of like it tainted how I look at Jordan ones, because I got the metallic burgundy, but that one it was great, and it was one I was excited for, but that one didn't really do it for me. But getting the breads, like, yeah, I want all the 85 highs, no question. Now a shoe that I did not think we would see ever again was the Kobe 8. What the man? So my favorite Kobe silhouette of all time is the Kobe 6. Whatever color the Kobe 6 comes in, I'm gonna take a look at it. I have to off rip. I have to take a look at it. So But the Kobe 8 comes in second for me after the 6. It's the Kobe 8. As far as silhouettes that I just, cause some of my favorite Kobe colorways came from the Kobe 8, and so when I saw that this one was coming out again, I was like, yo, I mean, come on, dog. It's the Kobe 8. Like, the only that's really like that with me, and I put above that is the MVP LeBron 10. Like, come on, dog. Like, so I had to get that shoe when it came out, and I was grateful to be able to grab it. Just the colors on the way that the colors on the Kobe 8 fall is just, it's just something to that shoe, man. It's just a showstopper. It's just artistic. Like, it's just like a masterpiece. The way that the colors fall on that shoe. And so it was one of them shoes that I was just like, yeah, that's on my list. And my list is, I don't even want to talk about my list, man. I have completely gone off the rails, which this month of July, I am slowing down quite a bit. Like, even if life wasn't whooping me, I was going to slow down because, yeah, like it's just a lot of shoes. And we're going to get to the list of what I'm looking forward to the rest of the year. I'll talk about some of the things that I can talk about. But, yeah, slowing down because it's been ridiculous, right? But the Kobe 8s was just one of those pairs that I had to get. I had to grab them. If you know me, you know that Jordan 3s are my favorite silhouette, right? My favorite Jordan silhouette. They might be my favorite silhouette of all time now. I got to go and look and debate that with Air Max 1s because Air Max 1s used to have that title of my favorite silhouette of all time, but that may have changed. I don't know. I gotta go back and just look at that because it was the Air Max 1 for a very long time, but it might be the Jordan 3 now. But of course, I had to get the Jordan 3 Soul 2.0s. I know a lot of people were upset with this shoe because of as people call them, the piss yellow midsoles. I know people are tired of the aged sole look, anything that looks like the color of something aging on shoes. I know a lot of people are upset with it, and a lot of people didn't have a chance to get the 1.0s. I get that too. I actually like these a little bit better than the 1.0s. I know that we have this fight about the way that elephant print looks and the way it should look and the way it used to look and the way it looks now and the OG look and the retro look and the whatever reform look. Like, I get it. I'm just at a point to where if I like the shoe, I like the shoe. I'm not trying to get everything OG specification. Um, we're not getting that really in our kicks right now. So if I like the shoe, if it ain't nothing that's too egregious, I'm rocking with the shoe. And like I said, I actually like this one a little bit better than the OG pair. I just like, I don't know, I like the material on the sock collar. I love that touch, and I just love what they did with that. Like, similar color blocking for sure, but I just feel like they enhanced it. I know a lot of people were up in arms about how the material used on the elephant print. I like that too. Everything that most people had gripes about on the shoe, I actually liked it. I didn't realize I had that little scuff on there. See if I can get that off. But yeah, I actually liked it. And so yeah, like the 2.0s, it's one of my favorite shoes to come out this year. Glad I was able to grab it. Yeah, I tried it on, can't wait to really wear it. But yeah, I just love the quality of this shoe. I really do. And I'm glad that Jordan Brand did a second version of it. Okay. I was about to lose a little bit, but I was able to get that scuff out of it. uh performance basketball shoes, I don't really buy them like that, right? Because I don't hoop. I don't hoop like that. Get up a few shots. But as far as hoop, I stop. I think the last time I hooped for real, I was like maybe 30, I think. Maybe not even, maybe 30. But whatever it was, late 20s, 30, I was like, I'm not doing this shit no more. My body just, oh man, I would be down for a day or two because I be trying hard, like football body, but I always wanted to be a hooper, hoop dreams, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like, nah, I'm good. But I do, every so often I do see like a for sure hoop shoe, but the way that they designed it or the color of it, I'm like, yeah, I gotta grab this shoe. The GT Cut 3 Jewel Lloyd. So, man, the color on this shoe is just, man. The color on this shoe, man. So, a lot of people may not know that I don't drink Hennessy, but I collect the Art Hennessy bottle. So every year that I pay attention, that I'm in tune, and I'm able to grab them, they have this artist series where they'll just let the artist design the bottle or whatever. And so when I saw this shoe, it looks like one of my favorite artist series bottles of Hennessy. I do not remember the name off the top of my head, but more than likely I'll show it on video when this go up on YouTube. But this shoe looked like one of those, and it was such a freaky colored shoe. I don't even like colorful shoes. Like the Kobe 8s had to. This shoe had to. Like, this is just such a pretty shoe. It really is just such a pretty shoe. And so I had to grab them. Because they just stand out, man. And like I said, it's like wearing a painting on your foot when you wear this shoe. This you know what I'm saying? You wear these at Art Basel or whatever. Like, it's just like wearing a very nice painting on your foot. And so, yeah, I had to get these. Now we going to the left side of the pile. We almost done. We got after this pair, we got 4 pairs left. So the Gel Kayano 14 by Sneaker Politics. This shoe came out of complete left field for me. This shoe was not on my radar. This shoe was not on my radar at all. And I mean, I went into this year knowing some things, and then finding out other things as the year has gone on about what the drops will be this year. And I knew it would be crazy. I didn't realize it was gonna be this crazy, right? And so Sneaker Politics kind of knew about it a little early. I was like, all right, cool. A6. I ain't tripping. I went into this year and I was like, if it ain't Nike, if it ain't Jordan brand, I'm probably not gonna look at it. I have copped one New Balance this year. I did cop this pair of Asics. I did cop a pair of Adidas this year. Other than that, I was like, if it's not Nike, if it ain't Jordan, I'm probably not buying it, right? And then I saw these and I was just like, damn, I like these. And it's not just because of Sneaker Politics, even though I love what Sneaker Politics did with it. It was just a clean shoe. Like, the color, the cream, the gold, the red, the silver accents. Like, I love the shoe. And again, the comfort. Throw them shoes on, wear them all day. I wish I had got another pair, because I would beat this pair that I have. And yeah, so this is one of my favorite shoes to drop this year. look forward to what else Sneaker Politics has this year. And yeah, this one came out of left field, but I had to grab it. The Galaxy, the Galaxy phone. The Galaxy phone. If you into kicks, you know the story of the original release. You know part of it. You were involved in it. Your cousin know about it. Your mama might know about it. Somebody you know knows about it. So I'm not gonna even dive into that. I just remember when this shoe came out, the summer it came out, the Galaxy Pack. It was these. It was the Big Bang LeBrons, KD4s. You had the Big Bang LeBron 9s. You had I think it was Kobe, I want to say Kobe 7s. And now it was a lot more shoes in this pack. And then you also had the Galaxy Foams. So me, I wanted the KDs, but I knew I wasn't going to rock them like that. So I ended up getting I knew I was getting the Big Bang LeBrons. That was off top. And I wanted the I think that was all I wanted from that pack, right? Galaxy Foams, right? My plug at the time, Mr. Lee. If you know Mr. Lee, love Mr. Lee. I've mentioned Mr. Lee on this show before many times. Love, salute, shout out to Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee was like, I ain't gonna even try to mimic him, but in his loud, loving way, he was like, "Do you want them?" I was like, nah, I'm good. I just want the LeBrons. And he looked at me like, and I was like, all right, And so then that Wednesday, he asked me again, "You want them?" I was like, nah. He was like, "You sure?" I'm like, nah. So he started making me think like, damn, do I want these shoes? Because I was never into foams. I was never into foams like that. And so I remember that Friday, went to go pick up my LeBrons. I was like, do you? He was like, nah, boy, I told you. I told you. I asked you. He was like, nah, I ain't. I was like, it's cool. And ever since that day, I have wanted the Galaxy Foams. Was never paying that price. We know how pivotal it was to what the sneaker market is today, the aftermarket is today. And I'm just grateful they released this year. And the colors are a little bit more vibrant on them this year. They pop a little bit more this year. They're not as, the first pair had a little like fadedness to them. They were a little bit more washed out. But not, this pair has a little bit more saturation to them. So I actually like this pair. I'm happy with the retro. I'm grateful they retroed. And I was able to grab them this year. Like, I love this pair. I loved it from the day I didn't cop it. And thankfully it was one of them lessons that I was able to rectify. I didn't have to live with that for the rest of my life. Like, I was able to, you know what I'm saying? Like, grab them. Of course, we got to get into the A1. The Asia Wilson A1, man. Again, another performance basketball shoe. New shoe, new silhouette. Women's. Haven't been excited about a women's basketball shoe. I mean, we know the legend of the Air Swoops, right? This was a moment. The marketing, the rollout, the build-up, thinking that, where is her shoe? Everybody asking where her shoe is for a couple of years now, 3 years now, like, and her finally getting it and it actually being good, like, well deserved, long deserved. Love the shoe. Story time. Went to go grab the shoes from Dick's Sporting Goods. The morning of, it was about 3 of us in line. They had like one size, partial size run, I should say, and it was the pink ones, and I tried them on. I was like, dog, this shoe is too tight. It was 14 and a half women. So I let a dude in there grab them. I was like, you know what, it's cool. I ain't tripping. I grabbed 2 other pairs for for some more people, and I was like, I'ma just let these. And then I was like, thought about it. I was like, damn, I probably, cause they were comfortable. They were just very tight fitting. I was like, damn, I should have just got them, but ended up getting the cream pair, the white pair. Just love everything that is represented on the shoe. Family, grandmother, parents, sorority, sisterhood, just regalness, royalty, love, work, dedication, motivation. Like, it's so much that's tied into the shoe that I spoke of in a video that I recently did. You could check that out on IG. But yeah, like, that was one of my favorite pickups from this year. Not, it's so many colors. I could not buy all them colors, but I love the shoe. All right, so we had our last 2. And it's, again, this wasn't a rankings thing. It would be very hard to rank them because of what each one of them means to me. So, but these just happen to be the last 2 that's on the that was in the pile. So, the Cortez Air Max 95. Now, I didn't own any versions of the original pairs of these shoes. I don't have not one of them. But I was able to get the Hirachis last year. And when I tell you the quality on them shoes was so great and they feel so good, it's one of my favorite shoes to wear that I had to stop because I was like, I don't want to mess this pony hair up on them. So I chilled on them, but one of my favorite shoes to wear. And so I was like, all right, man, if I can get these 95s, more of my color, more of my speed, more of my color, black, little accents, this I can get with this, right? And so was able to grab them with the help of a good friend. And the quality on that shoe again is very good. What Clint did with this shoe is just, yeah, it's a street shoe. You could just wear it in the streets. You could just wear it wherever, and they're comfortable. And the quality of the leather on this shoe is very good. Again, man, I ain't the quality police. I don't know what grade of leather. A lot of stuff be synthetic leather. A lot of stuff be real. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know. I can't tell you, but I like the whatever cut or grade or quality of leather that is on this shoe. I love it, and it feels good to the touch, and it feels good to wear. And the shoe has some weight to it. So like you could tell like the quality is there. It's like it's a heavy shoe, not too heavy to where it's uncomfortable, but it's a heavy as far as like quality shoe. And then last but not least, man, a shoe I ain't think I was gonna get this year. Like I really did not think I was gonna. But let me not lie, cause a lot of the shit I got this year, I believed it even though I didn't know how I was gonna be able to get it. And that's kind of like what I'm trying to have in life. That type of faith. Like I believe I will receive it. I just don't know the route it's gonna take to get there or what route I'm gonna have to go on to get to it. But I'm trying to build my faith in that way to believe it regardless if I see how it's possible. And so this shoe right here, I believed it, but like I said, I believed it, but I ain't know how it was gonna be possible. And just thank God for people that really, really fool with me in this industry and have some regard and reverence for me. Cause had it not been for them, I wouldn't have this shoe right now. And I'ma say it, like I said, it ain't been no ranking, but this is probably my favorite shoe from this year that I've been able to pick up. For real, for real. The Rodeo Nike SB. Now, I know this shoe has a lot of names. I'm gonna stick to the rodeo just because it just kind of fits with where I'm from, Houston, livestock and rodeo show, agriculture background. Bill Pickett, the story of Bill Pickett being from Texas, being from the South. Um, yeah, like the I don't know if I could just paint the picture with my words on this shoe though. But man, when you talk about quality on the shoe, I don't know if any shoe beats this shoe. When you talk about quality and when you talk about details and when you just talk about just the cultural significance and the roots that are tied to this shoe within me, like this shoe is just so it's just so good, man. It's so good. Adarius at Nike, shout out to you, man. You knocked this shoe out the park, bro. You and the team who worked on this. But I'm giving you your flowers. You knocked this shoe out the park. Um, just everything. Just the way the upper feels with the I want to say this nubuck. I be mixing them up, suede and nubuck. I really do. Um, with the upper, and then just the pop, the color pops, and just the soul. Like it's a lot of significant symbolism within the colors and the details of the shoe. Yeah, I could write them out, but I'm not the best of speaking them. You have other people that are very well versed at that. I want to say on Twitter, I think is Nature Boy Chuck. I hope that's who it was that did a very good breakdown of them. I think that's who it was. If I'm mistaken, I will clarify that and when I edit and post. But I think that's who it was, and they did a very good breakdown, their interpretation of what each thing meant. But for me, this shoe just means Texas. This shoe just means the livestock rodeo show, like livestock and rodeo show, man. It's honoring a Texas legend, a pioneer, and it's just a very well made, put together, from color to material to design and to symbolism. It's just a very, 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 very iconic shoe. And for me, it's between these so far of every shoe that has dropped. It's between these and the Nigels for sneaker of the year so far, in my opinion, for me. But yeah, I just wanted to chop it up with y'all today, and share with y'all my favorite shoes from the beginning of the first half of this year. And soon I probably will dive into shoes that I'm looking forward to. I'll see if I'll make that a episode too. But hey, man, keep going, keep working your bloom. Keep your head above water, keep your head on a swivel, and just keep your head in the game. Like, do what you need to do to reset, refocus, recharge, replenish, refuel, to be rejuvenated, refreshed. Do whatever it is you need to do out here, because we need to do that daily, really. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, peace.